ASMR Classic 1. Again, how are you? This is a little bit of a random email, but as you perhaps know, if you've been here before, we're trying to sort of build up and get monetized is the bottom line. Move my little thing, sorry. So that we can create some original works on YouTube. So I'm being a bit more prolific. And thank you so much as well for the comments from our last little video, which involved, I can't find it now, it's about writers and writers processing. And I'm going to do another one of those this week. But I also thought, I was advised by someone in the comments, you know who you are, to that the unboxing, unwrapping videos are also quite popular. So I thought I might have a go with this because literally, as you can see, hang on, let me move my mat out the way. RSC, it's not really a beer mat, of course, it's for tea, yeah. But literally I just came across this. I've got this little sort of writing space where I am. I can't call it an office really, it's kind of a broom cupboard. There's no windows or anything like that. Yeah, there's about, I think it's 6 or 7 where we are, little units like this in London. But I've been here for a while, and I must have been here for at least 3 years, because even though this is a commercial publication, as you can see, London Review of Books, you might not be able to see that it's actually from the 14th of December 2023. Yeah. It's now, as I record this, the 24th of February 2026. So I thought I would open it eventually, and I thought I'd open it with you. So again, it's not a commercial thing, and they don't know I'm doing this. A London Review of Books I subscribe to, like my partner, she got an original subscription. And as you can see inside here, Julian Barnes, Myths About Money. So I'm not sure about how it goes. I guess this would be called preview, wouldn't it? So I'm promoting it. So I think I'm alright copyright-wise. And we won't go too deeply into it either. But I thought I'd have a look after 3 years and see what they're up to. So this, of course, is the disposable wrapper. I don't even think you need to recycle these. I think you just kind of pop them in the bin, and they're organic enough to degrade themselves. But let's have a quick look, shall we? This is fairly ungraceful, sorry about that. I will recycle that anyway. And then there's all this sort of extra stuff that comes with publications. Without Borders, Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders. I'm guessing that's probably an appeal leaflet. Yes. I always feel a bit guilty that I've never seemed to have enough personally to do more for charity. I did do a thing with the was it the Royal Literary Society? Apparently the average writer's wage in the UK now has gone up to nearly £7,000 a year. Yeah. But I always feel very, I suppose that's why they do it, don't they? I always feel very sad at the do a little bit for a UK charity, and I volunteer quite often. So as long as I don't have to kind of pay cash out, which is quite difficult for me to do. This is your buy a subscription and receive a free calendar for 2024. As it's now 2026, I'm thinking I'm probably not going to take up that offer. No. That's the postage form. Here's another little one. Ooh, I say a beer voucher. £27. Again, I'm not quite sure how these work, but I'm guessing I won't be doing that either. I hope these advertisers, if they know I'm doing this, subscribe. There'll be one way of getting a few subscribers. I don't know. I'm going into a known territory here, as I'm still fairly new at this game. And then, here we are. Oops, that's where actually the paper itself. The London Review of Books, an old copy now, 3 years old. Julian Barnes, Myths About Money. As you can see, volume 45, number 24, 40th of December 2023. £5.99. I haven't got one money's worth out of this, have I, particularly as I've only just opened it all these years later, 3 years later. And you can buy it in the USA, of course, and in Canada. Canada. What else have we got? Neil Asherson, Traces of the GDR. Erin Magalka, I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. Aldine Aesthetics. Colin Burrow. Sadie Smith Gets the Knives Out. Obviously these are all articles written by people, but I'll show you inside how it looks. That's an ad for a new left review. The perfect gift subscription. And then, it's folded over. It's a bit large for my little desk in this, in my little cell. Yeah, that's easier, isn't it? So what have I missed over the last 3 years? Letters. And then Julian Barnes, Monet, The Restless Vision by Jack Walschlager. I'm not quite sure how to say that, but you probably know. And then these other writers, Erin Malak, I can't remember, blimey, I should have checked this, shouldn't I? But I've only just opened it. The Invention of the Publisher by Oren Margolis. Colin Burrow, I think, writes about The Fraud by Sadie Smith. Christopher Brown, Capitalism and Slavery by Eric Williams. So I think basically they're reviewing, these famous people are reviewing these books, obviously. You've probably got that, haven't you? Tom Hickman, Rwanda Redux. And they have articles as well. And of course, poems. A poem by Fiona Benson. Transformation Galligan. Is that Gallinethis? Gallinethis. Blimey. Peter Phillips. The Pursuit of Music. Musical Life in Original Writings and Art. Circa 1200 to 1770 by Andrew Powett. I love the fact that these guys sort of have the time, as it were, and the inclination and just the sheer intellect to sit down and write stuff like this. Here we have 27, John Kerrigan, Shakespeare on Consent by Amanda Bailey, Shakespeare and Virtue, a handbook, Shakespeare and Disgust, The History and Science of Early Modern Revulsion by Bradley J. Irish. Shortcuts, I think that's a slightly lighter item there. The Barefoot Woman, Kevin Okoth on The Barefoot Woman. Morrison, This Other Eden by Paul Harding. I managed to do that. Michael Wood is at the movies. So, and then you can see Stefan Collini, The Collected Letters of Thomas and Jane Welsh Carlyle, Volume 50, from December 1875 to February 1881, edited by Ian Campbell. And then Rosemary Hill, Diary. I always quite like the diary, and they get some quite famous writers to write a diary entry. We'll just have a quick look inside, perhaps at the letters page, just so you can get an idea of the layout. So, oops, yes, that's the letters page. Stamford Hill to Aldgate. I won't read these because they're obviously personal letters. Well, I mean, they're not personal, they're in a paper, aren't they? And then just to give you an idea of the inside again, painting is terribly difficult. Julian Barnes. And the book that he looked at is Monet, The Restless Vision by Jackie Woolschlager. We've been through that one, haven't we? And he starts early in 1971. Robert Hughes, recently appointed as Time Magazine's chief. Can you see that? Yes. Chief art critic, was ripping out his loft apartment at 143 Prince Street when he received an unexpected visitor. This was Henry Gedezala, curator of modern art at the Metropolitan Museum. I won't go on with the article because obviously Julian Barnes wrote it for the paper and not for us. But yeah, I hope you quite like that. I hope you find that relaxing in a sense, and perhaps amusing in a sense, if you like the writing that we've been doing and looking at writers' methods. I've got some notebooks and pens I thought I might look at as well if you're interested. But I'll leave it here. Thank you so much again for your time. If you haven't subscribed, it'd be great if you could, press the button wherever it is down here somewhere. Yeah. I must find out. I must find out where my. That looks fun, doesn't it? Phoenix, a weekly comic for children, 7 to 14-year-olds. Yes, I must find out where my more recent editions of the London Review of Books are. But I hope you find that vaguely relaxing anyway. Thanks again very much for your company. Please subscribe if you haven't. I shall see you later on. I'm going to be a bit more prolific hopefully now. And thanks very much for your advice in the comments. I read everyone. It's very kind of you. So, as always, to quote Charles Dickens, bless us all, everyone. Thanks a lot, guys.